Hi everyone, welcome to Movie World. I'm Robert Waldman. Today we're going to look at a thriller. The movie is called Red Dragon, and it actually is based on a book written by Thomas Harris. Now, keen observationists of movies will know that Red Dragon was actually the pseudonym for another movie that came out back in 1986, called Manhunter. That was a great movie. This movie, well, it's not so great. Essentially, Red Dragon is a frame by frame recreation of Manhunter, which was directed by Michael Mann, who's a superb British director. That movie, Manhunter, was very exciting, suspenseful. It was fresh and original. And a few years later, in 1991, we had another movie in the Hannibal Lecter series, namely The Silence of the Lambs, that cleaned up at the Oscars for, amongst others, Sir Anthony Hopkins. Well, this movie, Red Dragon, again sees Anthony Hopkins reprising his role as Dr. Hannibal Lecter. But again, it's basically the same storyline to a T of the 1986 movie. So the question is, why make this movie again? Why would you want to see it again? Unless you haven't seen the original. This movie has a good cast. Ed Norton, certainly one of the best young American actors or actors of any nationality anywhere. He is good, as always, as FBI agent who is called in by his superiors to try to help solve a very brutal slaying of a family with the potential slaying of another family. So he's called into action. His character, Ed Norton, is named Will, and he's dispatched to try to solve the crime by Jack Crawford, the FBI top gun, played by Harvey Keitel. Again, that role was played by Dennis Farina in the original movie, and William Peterson was the original character actor who was called in 1986 to solve the crime. The man in this case, who's the villain, is again called Francis Dolarhyde. This time he's played by Ralph Fiennes, one of the best actors of his generation. Tremendous actor who we know from scores of movies, including his performance in Schindler's List, Steven Spielberg's Oscar-winning spectacular. Again, this movie, directed by Brett Ratner, is okay, but it's not sensational. It's not that suspenseful since we've already seen the story before, despite having the presence of Philip Seymour Hoffman as the Tatler's top sleaze journalist who gets into hot water when he confronts the killer unbeknownst to him. Again, this is a well-made movie. It's got good performances. It does have Anthony Hopkins again as Hannibal Lecter. In the original movie, Manhunter, that movie was played by Mr. Cox, who many people will remember. In short, though, this movie, well, it's okay, it's passable. I'm going to give it, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give Red Dragon a 6. Thank you for watching. Robert Waldman for Movie World. I should also mention that it was Brian Cox in the first Manhunter series. But again, this movie tries to do well, and if you want to see Anthony Hopkins again doing his patented trademark role, then you might find the movie enjoyable. After seeing it again on TV, I found it rather timid, to say the least. Robert Waldman for Movie World. Thank you for watching. See you soon.